Hi, this is Makona Spokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. I'm dealing with part 3 today on the tips of being happy, the tips that will make you happy in life. And I want to start today and say, give a lot if you want to be happy in life. Now, life is something very strange because many people think that what will make you happy is accumulating all things, receiving from other people, and getting everything that other people are giving away and living on handouts of people. And I want to warn you as a young man, that doesn't make you happy. That keeps you even miserable because what it does, it actually shows you that you've got nothing and it's only people that give unto you. What it does, it makes you to feel inadequate. And it makes you to feel like other people have a lot and you don't have a lot. That makes you miserable. And I want to emphasize that when you start to acknowledge the fact that giving opens up the happiness in you. Because what it does when you give unto people, one, it is fulfilling to see yourself helping other people. It is fulfilling to see yourself meeting other people's needs. It makes you happy inside of you. Remember, as a human being, you are crafted to take care of others as well. As God is loving, God expects you to be having love as well. As you share your love with other people, that makes the inner man, which is yourself, to be happy. Because we are conjuring our happiness from inside of us. And that can be done when we do that which we fulfilling, actually, the vision or the assignment that God brought us here on earth for. What God brought us for, particularly, is not for Him. It's particularly for us to meet the needs of other people in this life. Now, meeting the needs of other people is so fulfilling to an extent that people that do that will tell you how happy they remain at all in their lives. People may not have food on the table. You may not have food on the table. You may not have enough yourself. But when you have shared with people, that will actually make you happy. And as a young man, you may not be aware of this, that sometimes when you beg and you want to receive from people, and you want to receive more and more from people, you are basically ruling yourself of success because you are basically not sowing anything, because the life that we're living in is a life of sowing and reaping. Whatever you give, that shall be given back to you. The good measure, pressed down and shaken together, shall men or people give back to you. And this is very important concept and principle that we need to understand, that as you give, you are actually sowing into the lives of the people, and you shall be given back. And that will keep you happy, because happiness is actually something that comes along with the fulfillment that you do when you give unto other people. But also beside that, as I say, you will receive, because men shall give back unto you. People shall contribute back to your life, and your seeds that you've given out to other people are bringing actually a reap or a harvest, a reaping or a harvest that is something that will make you happy and keep you happy at all times. So I want to urge you to give a lot. Now, when we speak about giving a lot, we speak about things that you can give. There are times when we always quickly say, I don't have anything to give. But as a young man, I want you to scrutinize around you, to be aware that there's always something that you can give to other people. Because there are things that you have that others don't have. There are things that you have that other people will cherish even more to have. Now, I want you to be aware of that. So look around you. There is that extra shirt that you have. There are those shoes that you packed in your wardrobe that somebody is walking bare feet and has got no shoe at all. They would appreciate just that one pair of shoe if you give unto them. And that will actually bring happiness to you. When you start to see that you have helped somebody who was walking bare feet, but now they've got shoes because you've given into their lives. That is about to make you happy. And I want to emphasize as well that giving is not only about money. Giving could be anything around you. Sometimes the food that you cook, can you share that food with the man at the street? Can you share that food with somebody who has not had a meal today on the table? Can you share that? Because as you share that and you give a lot to people, you are going to make yourself happy. And you are going to see the happiness that you are seeking for shall never elude you. You might be sitting in your miserable corner as a young man and you're saying, I don't get happy and there's nothing that makes me happy. I want you to start giving a lot. I want you to start giving more. And as you give more, you're going to start to see yourself receiving more. And you're going to start seeing yourself being fulfilled of giving unto people that are in need. And as you do so, people are going to smile. And as they smile, that will bring happiness upon your life. And I must emphasize that this is one of the key tips that I want to give you, that many people are not aware of, that when you give, it actually brings happiness and it keeps you happy in your life. I want to speak something concerning the giving, that also when you give, expect little from people, because our expectations are killing us. And many times we are miserable because we expected a lot from people. Remember that as you give unto people, it doesn't necessarily mean that you must expect people to be given to you, because it is going to be a decision of the people whether they give or not. And we are not the same. Some people are just stingy. Some people are just not giving. And therefore, if you give a lot, don't expect too much from people as well. Because the high expectations that you have are the ones that makes us miserable. Can I say this? That many times it's not people that disappoint us. We disappoint ourselves by expecting a lot from people. Now, as a young man, I want you to learn to expect less from people while you give more. Because as you expect less, there's nothing that will come hating to you, even when people are not replicating that which you do. When you give and people don't give back, that will not make you miserable. And that will not actually change the framework that you need to continue giving. And that will keep you happy at all times. Some of our miseries is because we expected a lot from our friends. We expected a lot from our own family. We expected a lot from our colleagues at work, but they didn't give anything, or they didn't do that which we expected from them. And that makes us miserable. We are living a miserable life as miserable souls wherever we are. And we forget that it is not because of what people did, but it's purely because we expected a lot from them. Now, as a young man, I want you to understand that people are not the same. And also, it is going to be very important for us to speak about this. That also make sure that you are actually choosing the right company around you, because it is going to be very important that the right company around you, even though you don't expect anything from them or don't expect much from them, you are going to receive anyway, because there are people that are around you, and the people that are genuinely around you, in a sense of people that are genuine and having integrity, people with good personalities and so on. That these are the people that when you invest in them, they'll be able to invest back to you. But I must emphasize that expectations, therefore, becomes very key in the sense of how much or how far do you expect people to do for you. I want to say this to you as a young man, that even in our families, some of us have expected a lot from our family members. We have been disappointed. We have expected a lot from our parents. We have been disappointed because we didn't receive. But if you can start today as a young man and say, I'm expecting less from the people, I want to keep doing that which I think they must do for me, I will do it for them. Listen, you're going to see the difference. You're going to start to see your happiness coming, because the help of others will actually bring the fulfillment that I'm talking about. And the fact that you're expecting less from people, there's no way anybody is going to hurt you with anything that they give or they don't give, or things that they do or they don't do for you, because you will be sure that whether they give or not, whether they reciprocate whatever I do or not, I'm going to remain happy, because it is my decision to be happy. As a young man, I want to emphasize that your happiness is in your hands and is controlled by you, and nobody from outside should control your happiness. So therefore, expect less from people, and therefore rather dig deep into your inner man, whereby you'll find your own happiness and utilize that happiness to keep you happy at all times. I want to end up here today your host, Maikona Spokane. Thank you very much for joining us and being part of this great topic. This was part 3, of course, of this great topic. And tomorrow we'll continue with part 4. And please make sure also that you are cognizant of our YouTube channel, subscribe to it, click that notification button, like our social media platforms as well, Young Men Empowerment Forum. And I believe that you will learn a lot out of this platform. And may the good Lord bless you. And cheers for now.